Hi, I'm Kara, and today I'd like to show you how to make this card. If life gives you lemons, make lemonade. First of all, I take a stamp from Penny Black. I use the mouse with the lemonade, and I also use the sentiment, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I take my Misty tool and I ink it up, and I use Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I ink it up and I do some stamping. Now the Misty tool is great for getting your image on there and if you have to restamp it. Now I already have an image done, so I'm going to give this one final press. I'm going to set that aside, and then I already have an image done. Now I mask this image off and I put it on a clipboard. I use some labels from Post-it to mask off. I stamped on using my Misty, and then I fussy cut it out. Now today I'm going to be using Radiant Neon ink. I love the way the colors pop. I'm going to be using my ink blending tool. I'm going to start with the yellow on the top, and I'm going to work my way down to the other colors, and I'm going to press pretty firmly, and I'm going to try to get an even blend. I'm going to do this quickly. So I start on the outside of my tape and work my way in. Put a nice blended color down. Next I'm going to go with my orange color. Get it in my ink and move across. Now this does not have to be perfect, and I am speeding this up for video's sake. I'm not taking my time. So I'm just doing this very quickly. And this is not too intimidating. You can do this pretty quickly. I'm going to go in with my pinkish orange, and I'm going to overlap on those colors. And I'm pressing pretty firmly on this, and I'm just working my way across to get those colors down. And then I'm going to go with the darker pink on the bottom. I'm going to be coloring this image in with my water brush. I'm going to be using Distress inks on this. And you don't want to press your foam pad down too hard on there, or you'll get an imprint. You want to start off on the side, because you don't want to get a round circle print on there. So now that I got that blended, I'm going to show you an example. Now I remove the mask, and it will look like this. Now I have a couple samples of what I did. I have this one here, and I also have one in the opposite reverse that I have done. And I'm just looking for my stamped image that I've had die cut it out that I was working with. Now that's the two different views that I have there. Pink on top and pink on the bottom. This I mixed it with a little bit of orange. Now this one, I already have this one done, and I have it colored out. I use the memory box. I use this big square here, these stitch rectangles, and for the sentiment I'm going to be using the Desire thing for the sentiment, and I'm going to be using the second to the smallest for that. So next what we're going to do is we're going to color our image, and I take a piece of wax paper, I put squeezed lemonade on there, and then I have a little wild honey. Little color down. I have abandoned coral I put there, and I also have weathered wood, and then I have spun sugar. And I'm sorry that I'm going a little bit fast, but sometimes my camera shuts off on me, so I'd like to trying to get this done on time. I keep a piece of paper towel here so that I can wash my water brush. Now I'm going to go in with the lemonade, the squeezed lemonade, and I'm just going to fill in my stamp. I'm going to sit down to do this so that my I don't get my head on camera, and it's a little bit easier for me to color it in. So I just go around the bubbles there. Now this does not have to be perfect, you know. You can you know, take care, but I'm doing this pretty quickly for video's sake, so it is not going to be perfect. And I have to do this upside down so I can film it. Now I'm going to take some of that wild honey and I'm just going to go in around the edges. Down on the bottom. There. I just like to darken it up a little bit. I'm going to go around the straw. Next I'm going to do the lemon slices. And now this, I have the reverse color of my ink. I have the yellow on the bottom. I actually like the yellow on the top, but you can work with your mistakes. This was one of my mistakes, but as you can see, it's important that you just, even if you make a mistake, you just keep going. Don't, there's no need to throw it away. Now my ink wasn't completely dry, so it looks like it was bleeding a little bit there. But, so you get a little bit of the darkness. I'm just adding a little bit more of that wild honey. Next I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my straw, and I'm using the abandoned coral. And I'm just going to go in and make little stripes here. I'm going to move pretty quickly. And I'm just going to add little stripes. When I get done with this card, I like to finish it off with a little bit of, I'm going to pick up some more color. I like to finish it with a little Wink of Stella to give it that shimmer. And I'm going to be using the clear. Now you don't have to be too fussy. This doesn't have to be perfect. Anyone can make cards. And this is a pretty easy process. I'm going to clean my brush. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my cheeks and my ears with that spun sugar. Just give it a little light touch. Next I'm going to go in with my weathered wood and I'm going to do the mice. I'm going to do them quite quickly. And you want to be careful not to touch your other colors while they're wet because they will bleed. This makes for a nice soft, now you can make this as dark or as light as you would like. It doesn't have to be super dark or super light, just kind of shade in some of the areas as you go along. There we go. Get a little bit on the tail. I have to clean my brush. I dipped into a little bit of the wrong color. Go. We're just going to do these mice rather quickly. I don't know how to set the timer on my camera. I've been having quite a bit of difficulty with that. So I just have to try to get this done in a 10-minute time frame, or about a 12-minute. Then I add a little bit of that gray to the glass. There we go. Now that's it for the coloring. Now I'm going to heat set this quickly just to dry that ink because I want to go over it with the Wink of Stella. I'm just going to use my dryer and quickly give this a little splash of heat. Hopefully that'll be dry enough. Then I'm going to go over it. Now sometimes I like to touch this up with a jelly roll pen, put highlights on there. You can do that, you know, on your lemon. Oops, see my red is a little bit wet yet. I'm just going to try to add a little bit of that sparkle. Go. Rub it in evenly. Now you can go in with a gel pen or a jelly roll and you can add a little bit of white onto your card. You can color in your bubbles. Or if you have a little mistake, you can cover that up with that. You can go in over the cheeks and add some pink to them. Now I'm going to put this on my card base that I have. I already have this raised up. This is a 5x4 piece of yellow cardstock that I got from Hot Buy section. And this is some... I used Recollections Heavyweight 110 pound from Michaels. And for this I used Strathmore Smooth Velum. I'm just going to release the backing for this. And then I'm going to put that on my card. Now my sediment I have already stamped and I've heat embossed it with some Kaleidoscope clear embossing powder. And now I'm going to center that. And I'm going to put my sediment on my card. And I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope this inspires you to make some cards yourself. This is a fun and easy technique. Thank you for watching.